one fine day you get up and you feel like, I don't want to go to work. It's not because you don't have work. It's because suddenly you realize you're responsible for so many things. As a leader, things depend on you. There are decisions waiting for you to take. There are tasks pending, and that burns. That burns. And that is what the awakening call was. You got to realize that technology has really made your life easy, but it has also opened up a flood. We're running an organization that needs to be responsible and demonstrate a culture where humans grow. Our employees feel comfortable and feel happy about coming every day.
Xin mời anh.
Thank you. Hello, I'm Vijay. I'm CEO of IADCX. Thank you for inviting me to the podcast. Have a tea talk. I look forward to continuing the discussion on the tea and share my journey across 3 decades on sales, leadership, and technology with the viewers. If I go back, I come from way back when telephones were still handed and there were no mobile.
Wow.
So from those generation to the current times when everybody seems to be a wireless and intelligent, that's been journey, 3 decades, learning, leadership, working across all the 5 continents and leading companies and leading organizations. Further stepping down to take my own business. It's now almost 16 years since I've been running my own business.
So I heard that you start with sales and also you have a journey with sales as well. So I just want to ask you how you see the sale those days, what the sale these days.
I still remember, my first job, we would actually pick up the telephone directories and handle phone and, call our clients and prospects and try to reach them.
Is it like in Vietnam we have the yellow page book?
Yeah, yellow page book, yeah. So we picked up yellow page book, see whatever company there, call them up, reach them out to them. Nevertheless, it was exciting. It was always like, you're trying to reach out to somebody, to build a connection. Mm-hmm. So every attempt, every call was like preparing yourself to reach out to somebody. It was massive. It was excellent. Some were success. So probably if you make the 10 phone calls a day, probably you'll get one person to speak to. And then out of those 10 you get to speak to, you probably end up meeting one. But that meeting is encouraging. Very human, very personal, because they do understand how much effort you put into reaching to them. So everybody was very appreciative.
Because you said you need to look at the yellow book, telephone directory, and need to meet in person. How you see the human and human those days connection in terms of sale versus these days?
That's a massive comparison. We're talking about like generations gone there. Those days, I think one of the most important thing what played role was the tea. Every sale meeting was all about drinking tea together. Yeah. It was not about work. It was not about what am I here for. It's about knowing each other. Before even you can get into a conversation which will lead to business, it was about building a relation. It was knowing each other. That said, it also helped us build several skills.
That's very insightful of the observations. But I want to ask you that you just said that those days sale or things via the tea, right? The tea. If you have a cup of tea together, then you can build relationship and your sales start from there. Your business start from there. How about this day? You say the phone model, and is that the tea principle still exist or still work?
The tea has moved, actually, I would say. It does not results into sale anymore because it's a pull model, but tea does result into repeat sale. So if I want to nurture the customer as a long-standing client, I need to invest in the relation, because once they purchase your product, they have a trust in there. They know you have a good stuff. And it's up to you now to go back to your customer and understand more. Because they do have more requirements, they have more new challenges coming, their business needs to face every day something new to be met. And now you got a foot in the door, take the door and go and have a cup of tea with your client, have a discussion, and go on building a relationship which will, at the end of the year or at the end of the financial cycle, will have a very positive impact on your revenue and profit.
You start from sale and you move to technology leadership. Can you share a little bit of that shift and your view about the technologies currently in this era? Yeah.
I would say sales and leadership and technology chose me.
Same like me, HR chose me.
Yeah, so technology chose me, and we went on to build something extraordinary there. Why we called it extraordinary? Because we had not seen that before. We were seeing it first time. We were seeing it happening. In today's generation also, we seeing a lot of things happening for the first time, to a level that most of us feel, I had it enough. There's a load of information. There is so much information all around, and mobiles are devices where all the screens are becoming powerful by the day. Every information I want today is available on my hand. But is that what I want? Is that technology really meant to be a information provider? That's where the technology sits there. It's become abundantly available in terms of information, in terms of connecting people. The cost of connecting is almost zero. And also in terms of helping individuals spend more time with themselves. Since you're on the mobile, you're lesser with the humans.
Right.
So that's the current shift. I would disagree, and I said, no, got to break that. Keep the human part alive. Take time out. Go talk to your team members. Go out with your friends. Talk to strangers for that matter.
So can you share a little bit of one of your story, how you make the technology less impact to the human parts in your daily life?
See, one of the reason why I realized this, why I felt like it's too much, is that one fine day you get up and you feel like, I don't want to go to work. It's not because you don't have work. It's because suddenly you realize you're responsible for so many things as a leader. Things depend on you. There are decisions waiting for you to take. There are tasks pending, and that burns. That burns. And that is what the awakening call was. You got to realize that technology has really made your life easy, but it has also opened up a flood of people to reach you. Like an open door, you left an open technology policy, and everybody's able to reach out in an instant. And then you start saying delay everywhere. Delay in your responses, delay in your decision making, delay in your comfort. And that led me to think that delay is not good, better space it out.
How you do that?
Become more human. Do exactly what I was doing earlier,
Yeah.
spend time with people, talk to them, set real expectations. I, tell everyone that, just because I've seen your message, that doesn't mean I'm going to reply it now. Or just because your mail has dropped on my box, it's a priority right now, I will get back to you with a quality response. No more, I'm going to go on a model of rapid response or, emergency mode. We're running an organization which needs to be responsible and demonstrate a culture where humans grow. Our employees feel comfortable and feel happy about coming every day. They perceive that whenever they come in the morning and they go back in the evening, they've got some value and they've added some value.
That's right.
So every day now is focused towards that. Sharing, building mutual value.
Okay.
And bringing clients in that ecosystem by default. Because once you, as an employee, you're creating value, it goes to your client as well.
I do one research on human resources and AI, right? what you say, I found that recently we're missing in some organizations. So we try to going fast, and even some like they don't have the time to spend with their team member, right? And when you work in many company and your client is also a lot in multiple industry, what you see the trend of those organizations, number one is that how about the expectations of the leadership team and how's the reaction of the employee or maybe the workforce if they implement those of AI tool and multiple AI tool.
First is, there's a load, as I mentioned, there's an information load, there are dashboards, there are, executive analytics, there is a rush. Somewhere organizations have got into this mode of getting out there and telling them how great they're doing. Very rarely you see when an organization gets on said, "Oh, we missed on to this one," because that's the most humanly aspect.
Right.
So we've become more like, I'll say, reduced to numbers. We like to say how much percentage our revenue grew, how much percentage our profit grew, how much percentage is the attrition rate, how much percentage is this, how much percentage is that. We become mercy of measuring the numbers. Humans don't understand that part. For us, the growth means very different. For us, a growth maybe simply mean taking out time, going out to your kids' school event, attending it, and giving time there and coming back. That's a growth event. Because that's a personal growth. And that said, there has been, so that's the one side I've seen that, somewhere leadership has got stuck into dashboards.
That's true, those, including me.
Yeah, we got to look beyond dashboards, beyond numbers. And this is probably the greatest opportunity in current times when we can build systems, processes, relook at them, and say financial systems are stable now. We've gone over that maturity cycle that, I exactly know how to measure my financial results, how to forecast them, how to track them.
You saying that nowadays we need to understand our like a below the number, right? Our workforce, and we have the tool, or maybe we can build some platform to understand beneath of the number. Can you share a little bit of that and what kind of technologies or any technology out there can do it? Especially, you said how you know your workforce burnout, because the word burnout in your story also catch me.
You're right. As I said, there's a lot of information. That's the good part. Every organization is sitting with a lot of data. And if I'm not wrong, on average, every organization has 8 or 10 performance tools which are measuring different kind of performances. Somebody's measuring employee performance, training performance, learning performance, financial performance, marketing performance, performance everywhere.
Right.
They're just measuring it. And when they see an issue, all they do is, okay, let's have a meeting. We think our employees are burned out, so why not we do one thing, 2-day retreat of a meditation trip. Take people out, do a meditation trip, and believe everything is fine. And over, task done, employee so-called happy, but has anyone thought about it? Did it really make the impact? Was the 2-day meditation trip actually required? So we've gone ahead and we are leveraging AI to dig deeper into employee, how they are feeling. We're trying to probably do a very difficult task, but nevertheless said, once we are able to get numbers again, because we like numbers around employee feelings, we should be able to have a direction where the way today an organization CEO has a financial dashboard, we probably would like to have another employee dashboard, a workforce intelligence dashboard, a workforce productivity dashboard, a workforce burnout dashboard, which are able to send me alarms. And why these alarms? Because when somebody is exiting an organization, it's not happening overnight.
Yeah.
There were symptoms much before that. Things like probably they're getting disengaged in the communication, they are no more motivated to contribute, they are already planning to look other way around, and you will know from market that they are prospecting. That are the key points which an organization needs to start tracking now. There are several examples of when we make a project plan, we say, okay, I'm going to do this project in X amount of time. And most of the project gets delayed. They never finish on time. There are different theories which say, okay, it got delayed because of this, because of this. And one of them is resource allocation. We say, oh, we've allocated all the resources. But somewhere down the line, the resource to task mapping does not go along. So there are 10 people doing lesser amount of work in the team, but there are 4 people who are doing 10 people amount of work. And suddenly this team of 4 people becomes a choke point.
Right.
So while in the process, this is a choke point which is now delaying the project. In current way of measuring it, we will only know when the delay has happened.
That's
What
correct.
we are focusing on, ensuring that this choke point gets identified the moment it happens. So you don't wait for delay to come back. You are able to fix it beforehand. And hence, to answer the question that how we are able to predict whether this choke point is going to cause a burnout, or this choke point is going to cause an employee dissatisfaction, or this choke point going to lead into a project failure.
Nowadays, I found that human resource own a huge data. So data is king. But I somehow found that maybe the data did not use properly or maybe usefully for the forecasting or maybe making decisions. So do you have any advice or maybe you have any experience how to make the data into like gold mining things and make human resource team to use that as making decision and support to the business performance? That's number one. Number two, human resource team right now need to improve what kind of competency to move from passive data into the active data.
You talked about data, like there's a data and what to do with it. I'm saying have the data, don't look what to do with it, look why it's coming. Look behind the data, don't look ahead of data. You got to go behind the data. You got to go and find out why this data is coming. Why is it not looking the way I want it to look? And then go back and fix those things. The moment you fix those things, your data will look the way you want it. Don't go from data onwards, go data backwards and find the reasons of that data.
Yesterday or 2 days ago, I joined one of the event about how people view about AI in the human resources. And one of HR directors sit next to me and say, I want to ask one question, but she actually did not ask the presenter. But I found it very relevant with what you just mentioned. So I want to bring that question to you.
Sure.
So because that presenter is a managing director of one of big company in Vietnam, and she want to ask the question is between CFO and CHRO, which position, if you only choose one, which position you want to hire and why?
If we go back and look in early 90s and before that, who were the CEOs of the company? Who became the CEO? It was actually the manufacturing guy. Who could manufacture, who was head of manufacturing department, became the CEO of the company. And suddenly companies realized they are making too many products. They need to sell that. Who became the CEO of the company? The marketing guy. The marketing guy started becoming the CEO of the company. And then similarly, we've seen shift in technology, and then, IT guys becoming, or the finance guy later on when the budgets went up. The company brought CFO as a CEO to control the money spent. I believe today in the worlds of machines, we need more human.
Yeah.
We need people who understands human. Leadership, which department they come from, it doesn't matter. Whether they come from finance, whether they come from manufacturing, whether they come from sales, marketing, or HR. But the person on the top needs to know where their humans are. When the person is walking inside the door to work for you, they are giving everything what they have. They're not invested just by time. They're invested by a part of their life. So understand that, value that.
Right.
Don't calculate their worth by per hour fees or cost to company. Go beyond, and you would be able to build a culture where humans lead the organization and not a finance guy or a CHRO.
Let me share what I face currently now, exactly what you said, but I don't know how to name it. Right now, I try to build a dashboard and also build AI agents to pick all the data and then also design what we want to outcome of it. However, we struggle with the outcome. And I and my team means I have 2 AI team members and working together with me, and we try to look backward. Just yesterday meeting, so after 1 week we found that the outcome not meet our expectation. We don't know why, and then we sit down, and just yesterday we decided that we look back to the data, mean the input, and actually you bring up one very important point is why does data need to exist, for example. And now actually we're back to see all the data, maybe clean the data as well. So that exactly what I'm going through now. So maybe I take a look at the why that we should have that data. So it's very useful for human resource professional who want to use data, which is very important. But how you make it into your goal is a different story. Yeah.
Great. And while you are on that, I would suggest that when you go back on the data side, stay human.
Can you elaborate more on that one?
Like to know the reason for data, don't look for data. Look for behavior or attitude or other non-measurable parameters. The more non-measurable parameters you bring in, the more you will see improvement in the data.
That's why I always believe that the human part is still very important in AI world, right?
Yes, totally.
Yeah.
AI is the one who's actually helping you measure the parameters which were not there earlier. Today, there are many versions the way people use AI. There are many ways they want to use it. AI has been used in a very primitive way. What I'm saying is primitive way is simply because all of us are going through a learning curve on how to communicate with AI or or using AI. Today, it's touching everybody. But is it creating value for everybody? No. Is it creating a value for an organization collectively? Yes, organizations are figuring it out. The true value of AI will come when it is able to deliver value for every individual in the organization.
The episode of the have a TikTok series, we have the tool of the farming. So every guest coming, we want everyone choose one and can explain and say why you choose one of the farming tool. This is the tool. Which one you will choose? This is the measurement. This is this, and this is the stone.
Well, if I have to pick one of them, I can't help it, but I will still go with the measurement.
Okay, you can explain a bit of the measurement.
Simply what I can measure, I can work on it and improve. If I cannot measure, I don't know what is my point A and what's my point B. It's a measurement, whether it respect to any kind of information, behavior, data, is what makes us better every day. We measure our days also. We measure our lives also in number of years I lived, or even for that matter, we give a starting point.
Yeah.
Date of birth. This is a very interesting thing I want to share last. I've learned from very senior guy and amazingly admire him. In our whole life, there are two most important dates. And we don't know ourselves.
Right.
Date of birth. I don't know what's my date of birth. My parents told me this is the day I was born. Hence, data. And then we start measuring what life I did and how good I lived. And then there's date of died. I don't know that date again. People who left behind know he died that day or she died that day. So two important dates in your life, you don't know. That's the ambiguity of the data.
And I also want to have further learning from you on how to measure that using technologies.
I wanted to say that from beginning. What an ambience. What a setup. Thank you for bringing down into the nature. Out of the boardroom, out of the air condition. They hurt, man. When air conditions have started hurting people now. Thank you for bringing out in the open. Another advice is, I think I like the frankness. To be able to share with open thoughts. Keep going. I look forward hearing again and probably coming back again. Thank you.
Thank you so much.